Hi there, this is Mike from ldsrings.com. It's been a few minutes since I posted a video, and I apologize for that. As many of you might know, I am a medical student, and I've been super busy trying to apply for residencies. So I'm in medical school, so I apologize that I'm not getting content out as fast as I'd like. I'm actually not making rings as fast as I'd like right now, but this is my hobby that I use to maintain my sanity, and it's been kind of insane lately, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So anyway, I wanted to at least put up a video that I've been working on. It's not quite fully there, but it's one of the recent rings I've made, and I hope you enjoy it. So to start off with this ring, we are going to stabilize our wood from the sacred grove. And to do that, I'm going to use a product called cactus juice. Now, cactus juice is interesting. It's not very viscous, so it can get into all the cracks and crevices, and I put it under a vacuum, usually for a good 6-8 hours, and then when I release the vacuum, I let it sit under the cactus juice for about twice as long as it was under vacuum. Then we take it out, we put it in a little bit of tin foil and cook it at about 200 degrees Fahrenheit for a good 2 hours. When it's all done, it comes out and it's stabilized. The next step is to sand it down so that I can actually put it on my lathe. So I get a little bit of the stray cactus juice out and just clean it up just a little bit. Put it on the lathe and start making it into blanks. Now this ring is going to be part of a set. It has 3 rings in the set. The first one being for the wife of this couple that got married in the Salt Lake Temple. So first, I'm going to go in and create my center hole. And I do that just with a wood drill bit. Next, I'm going to go in and widen that center hole, trying to get it close to the final dimensions that I need for her finger. I've 3D printed these ring liners, I call them, that are the correct size for what I need, so I can easily go in and size it to the correct size, and then using my 3D printed ring liner, I can insert that and either glue it in place to give it a little bit more rigidity, or it's just a quick, easy way for me to determine that the ring has been sized correctly. And as you can see here, I've glued it in place, which will add a little bit of stability to the ring as I'm working on it. The next step is to prepare a place to set the stone. So this stone comes from the Salt Lake City Temple, and it will sit right in her ring as a centerpiece. Now it's kind of hard to see here, but I've actually traced out the stone so that I can take my Dremel tool, my rotary tool, and then cut out a hole for the stone to go in so that I can sink it down into the wood, give it a nice presentation, a nice setting. With a little bit of sandpaper, we'll then go in and we'll test fit the stone. You can see that I went all the way through, and I can actually pop that stone out up from underneath to where it is just barely in right where I want it. With a little bit of blue tape, I was able to secure it where I want it, and then using some CA glue, I kind of tack glue the stone into place. Next, I'm taking some epoxy resin and I am going to pour it underneath the stone and let that fill in the hole and completely set it in place. So this ring is going to be shaped, and here I'm just drawing out the general shape that I want the ring to be. It's time to remove that liner. And because it's plastic, if you can get underneath it, you can just kind of peel it out. Sometimes it's a little bit more stubborn, but remove the liner. And I'm then able to move on to sanding the general shape of the ring. And I do that with files and sandpaper, just lots of sanding, which you don't want to watch the sanding process. So here we are, partway through. We've got the ring down to the general shape that I want. The next step, because this is a wooden ring and I want it to be sturdy and wearable, I'm going to go in and I am going to give it a fiberglass liner on the inside. And to do that, I will take another one of my ring sizing blanks and I will wrap the fiberglass around that, tack it where I want it, and using CA glue, I will essentially stabilize the fiberglass, and that will make a very strong ring liner that I can then insert into the ring. At this point, I'll dip it in the CA glue and then the next step is more sanding. So I sanded down all that fiberglass and further shaped the ring. And then the next step is just finishing. To finish, I again put it in the CA glue, and using a bamboo skewer, I'll pull it out and kind of keep it moving so that I get an even distribution of that CA glue. Here is the finished product. This one was a fun one to make. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.